In today's video, we are going to be talking about CTF lab, that is Pickle Rick. This was one of the rooms which I initially done in my early days. So yeah, let's get hands on. I have already connected the VPN. Let's start with the machine. So basically, in this particular lab, what we have to do is we have to collect 3 ingredients that are hidden in the Linux box. That is, so we will just start up the machine. We'll do an nmap scan and go about that. Let's just start our terminal and wait for the IP to show up. So this will be a general approach of how we will be looking up like when we get a Linux box. We will be how do we basically enumerate the particular entire system, and how do we get a root system on that. So yeah. We'll just ping the current yeah, our machine is up. So we will just do an nmap scan of the top 1000 ports. We can do an entire port scan as well, but for now we will just do this. Sorry, we'll just initiate the scan once more. Okay, so over here on the right hand side, I will just do an all port scan as well. So over here, as you can see, we currently do have an port 80 and port 22 open. We'll just look for we'll just do an aggressive scan on that particular ports as well. And we'll look through the information. So whenever we are in a network environment of more than 10 hosts or something like that, what we'll do is we will look up a host. We'll do an host scan. We'll do that by the flag -sn. So over here, our nmap scan has been returned. Yeah. So basically, it gave us the output like the scan information for the port 22 and 80. We will do a directory brute forcing on the current 8080 port as well for the Pickle Rick, that is. Okay, so we'll just take this. We'll start up on a new terminal for directory brute forcing our current directory. So when we are talking about enumerating a web application, so what we typically do is we will look for if there is any particular information is there in the page source, or we will look for we will just try to directory brute force, or we will look for any specific vulnerabilities or CVEs that are in the current system. So first what we'll just initiate the brute force, and then we will just look through the web page. So yeah, just provide it with the URL. You can tell it to go a bit faster. We'll browse through the file system. Share. word list. We'll just go through big.txt word list to enumerate the directories. So meanwhile the scan is going on, what we will do is we will look for if there are any particular information stored in this particular application. How do we do that? We'll just go through the page source. As you can see over here, it is mentioned in the comment that the username Rickless. We'll keep that in mind. We will look for we will try and brute force the SSH, or look for any particular login fields that we come across in this particular application. Showing a lot of we'll initiate a scan with dub because it's showing a lot of error. We'll copy the URL. We'll keep the username in mind, that is Rick rules, and lead code, that is. So we will just wait for our enumeration for the directories as well. Sometimes there might be directories like robot.txt or sitemap.xml. We'll just visit that as well. So sometimes you might get some lucky hints over there. So currently, as you can see, there is some sort of information, but usually robots.txt contains a list of files or directories that it provides that should not be scanned by automatically. So it provides us information about the website that we can typically look for. So it does not look like a directory as such, but it might be a password or some sort of secret. So what we'll be trying to do is we'll be waiting for the directory brute force to complete so that we can get extra information, and we can navigate from there. So over here it specifically mentions that the username is Rick rules, and we have some sort of secret as well in the robots.txt file. So it might be a username password that we might use. There is only one directory as of now, that is assets. We can just navigate to over there and look for if there are any particular things being listed. So yeah, over here as you can see, there are a lot of bootstrap, fail.gif, so these are mostly the image files. So basically over here, as you can see, there is a portal.jpg. So in our current system we do have portal.php file, that PHP file which is accessible to us and which is a login portal. So we will be trying and using the credentials that we already received. We'll be using the username Rick rules, and password which was present in the robots.txt file. I'll just duplicate this. So over here, as you can see, we did receive a command panel. We were able to log in with the credentials that we already enumerated with the page source as well as through robots.txt file. Over here, we will be able to execute system commands. So as you can see, when we did an ls, that is for the Linux system, we got a listing of the current files in the current directory, that is. So if you do want, you can just try and cat this out. Okay, so over here this particular command is disabled. You have many options to deal with this. You can either use various commands like head, less, and everything, so that you get you can try and use different combinations or different commands that might be not blacklisted over here. So what I will be doing is I will be executing a bash one-liner to get a reverse shell. I'll just start up a reverse shell or listener, that is. And I will look for bash one-liner. I will go for pentest monkeys. We will select the first command and copy and paste that in our terminal or our web page, that is. We will change the IP address according to our. So we have set up a listener at our attacker box, right? So the IP for that is 10.17.6.167. So as you can see, we'll just switch up the port as well. So once we execute this, we might receive the reverse shell with the privileges of the user that is executing the current service. We'll just check. I think the command didn't work. We'll just check if bash exists in the current system. Yeah, bash exists. We'll just look through. We'll just change the IP and the port number and try once more. We still didn't receive the shell. We'll just cat this out by using other. Sorry. We'll just refresh this page. Okay. So as you can see, we were able to bypass that by using the less command. What you can do is you have already completed the first objective, that is to cat out the first ingredient, that is Mr. Missy. As you can see, you can just paste it over here and click on correct answer. What we have to currently do is we have to now look for the second ingredient and the last ingredient, last and final ingredient, that is. Yeah. We'll look through other commands. So we'll look for Python. If it executes Python scripts, we'll look for if Python is there in the current environment. Which Python? I don't think there is Python 2, but we will also check for Python 3 as well. So as you can see, there is Python 3. So we'll try and execute that script for that. We'll just change this to Python 3 and change the IP and the port number as well. 10 dot. We'll check if our listener is up. We'll just start this out and we'll just execute the command, and we have not received the shell yet. We'll use the netcat command. We'll just enumerate through this. $17. $167. I think that's the IP. And we'll just change the port number to 123 and okay. Let's change the listener port number. 1 2 3 4. We didn't receive any. We'll just look, check for if there is any other privilege escalation vectors that we can look for. We'll try this out as well for the netcat. We will change the IP. We'll just take our IP as well. We'll do that by the command ifconfig. And we will look for T10, not the same thing. Okay. We'll just do this. Okay, so it's saying that is restricted. we'll just cat out which current directory we are currently in. We'll try to break out of this. Okay, we are still in that directory. We can do the command who am I to look who we are in the current system. We are www data. We can lsl. We can go to move out to our home directory, that is home. Okay, there is a user Rick and Ubuntu in the current system. So over here, as you can see, the directory of Rick is read write. We do have read write access to this particular directory. We'll just look through it. We will look for lsl home. We'll just look through Rick. Secret ingredients. As you can see, we have found the secret ingredients. We'll just cat that out, or less second ingredient was in home Rick, and we'll just copy and paste this. So this is the second ingredient that we were looking for. What you can do is you can just copy and paste in your over here and click on correct answer, so that your second objective will be also completed. Okay, so currently we'll also look for other directories in the Rick directory, so you might find some SSH keys or something like that. There is nothing in Rick directory. Okay, so we will be able to execute. We will be execute without any password, that is the sudo. So the current user www data may run the following commands on like we will be able to execute each and everything by using the command sudo. We'll use the command sudo. We'll use ls. So we are able to list the directory as well of the root user. So over here, as you can see, we will be able to cat this out as well by using the command sudo less sudo less, and we will be in the root directory. So we have also found the third ingredient. If you do want to SSH into the box, I think we can just navigate to the SSH directory and we can find the public key. We can extract the private key as well, and then we can try and SSH login into the box, so that we do have an SSH shell data. So we will navigate to cd, no, not cd, lsla root.sh. We forgot to mention sudo, I think. We'll not use the command ls, we'll use the command ls to list the directory of sh .sh. So as you can see, there are authorized keys over here. So this is the public key basically. So this is how we were able to complete the 3 challenges that we currently had. So the first one was really easy. First, initially what we did was we looked through the page source of the web application, and we also received the password in the robots.txt file, and we were able to log into the web shell basically. So we were able to execute commands, and we also tried bypassing by using various commands of Linux to get hold of the ingredients, that is basically. And after each and everything, we were able to cut out all the 3 ingredients. That's it for this particular video. We'll be looking into other Linux boxes as well. I do not know if there is any if we will be able to receive a shell. I did this particular lab a long time ago. I will just look through that and get back to you next time on this. So yeah.